Hello, 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 and we are officially one cup down. All right, time to start Monday. So, as you can see, we do have a little bit of changes going on. Nothing crazy. We still are going to be doing the dioramas. We're just directing more towards the floating shelves. Gives an option for really more for people who want them. Excuse me. So you have an option. You can either set it on whatever flat surface, or you can attach this to the wall. This has little screws on the bottom. There's adjacent screw holes underneath this, and you just slide this all the way in, find the happy spot, and there you go. It sets to the wall. It really just solves a lot of issue for. Oh, that's such a cool diorama. God, I want it so bad, but what do I do with it? Because I don't have a shelf or shelf space because you collect all kinds of craziness. But that is not what we're doing today. What we are doing today is question as always, what do you do when you're not building this type of stuff? Well, it's either I'm building on an RC truck, building something to do with RC, or I have just started doing this. This is my first ever scrap, trash, bot build thing, I guess you would say. I've been watching Bill Does and or Bill Making Things. My apologies, Bill. Bill Making Things and Dan Does. There we go. I've also been watching Gamey Builds as well as Bolite Hobby Time. So I don't know. You guys are doing some crazy stuff. I'm loving it, and kind of want to put my own little twist on it. So what we're doing is we came up with this little guy, and I do wish I would have filmed the whole build, but I did take pictures along the way, and you'll see them here. And it's pretty much it literally is the majority of this is these two lighters. Um, I kept looking at these lighters. Let me see if I can find one of the originals. One second. So I told y'all 1 second, but it literally took me daggone 3 to 4 minutes to find everything. All right, so we start out with these lighters right here. And I'll actually do I mean, you don't really need a tutorial. Just take it apart. Pull the pliers, rip it apart here. This actually comes off, and then everything inside. It's, like I said, it's a smorgasbord of little parts and whatever you want to call them. That's our base between two of these lighters and the base of this Frigidaire AC remote. This is what we use right here mainly because this other half is somewhere else. Um, Connecting the two, three parts together, and then just started adding on as we thought. This is actually the PVC foam board I use. These parts here came off of my 135 scale. It's the actual frame that all the little model pieces come on. This little round thing, as well as this, came off of our son's bed, his bunk bed thing, whatever you want to call it, that holds some type of little bracket thing. Um, this is actually the shield for a Bic lighter. The interior, these are the igniters for these butanes. Twisted wire. This is the cap from the super glue. Little electrical diode we had laying around. These are actual rubber hoses that have been, the little fittings came out of the lighter. Trying to think what else we have on here. Oh, our gun mounts. This is the actual striker. This is the or the butane transfer, or whatever you want to call it. Our gun barrels, our decals that you see on here. came out of the 135 scale Connex kit that we use on a separate scene doing a um, apocalyptic survival thing. Oops. I do not remember where this came from. I want to say it's some type of wire cap. The little lighter, this is actually when you pull the trigger down, this raises up the little fuel, whatever thing. This is a little metal ring, a stainless steel ring. The base of it is a piece of epoxy that was done in mold. I actually used them to make some underwater mines on the Connex scene, and same as right here. Same thing, just without the add-in. And everything else is just wire, some aluminum wire, and that is it. Um, Now that I see this, or I should say, after I saw it, I have decided to add it to a series I have started, which is where the watching gamey builds and watching Bullite Hobby Time. Um, I don't know. I just thought that was craziest thing, like crazy cool, to not only start your own, but just to take off with it. And this is just for fun for me. This is just to keep myself sane. And but we're gonna actually set this in our next Modern Civil War diorama. The idea of the story is you have two different sides of America. One is wanting it this way, the other is wanting it this way. Of course, we've been fighting. We have now officially declared a civil war. Someone has decided, hey, let's use the AI tech to help us win this thing. So that's where you see property of the US Army, because the government was the first to use AI. The other side decided, well, we can snatch, scavenge, or whatever those and do what we need to do. And AI began fighting AI. And then eventually it just kind of was looking like, why are we doing this? Like, we're like the ultimate thing. What's going on here? And then it decided to turn, and it feels that it knows what's best for the new modern world that's coming. And not only do people have to worry about fighting people, but you also have to worry about other tech. These guys, these are like your main patrols. Um, we're gonna have a lot more different styles, a lot more different things. But yeah, this is the first one, and I guess just like, comment, let me know what you think, and I hope to see y'all soon.